buying movie tickets,
economics.
going to restaurants.
Big question is the GVA going to do exactly the same thing?
Dr. John Fan was originally from Hong Kong. He graduated from the University of California, Berkeley, and then the Harvard University. He's a prominent figure in the high-tech entrepreneurship and innovation realm. His career began at MIT, the Lincoln Laboratory, and led to the founding of Kopin Corporation. Do I pronounce it correctly?
Kopin, yeah.
Kopin, yeah.
Gaoping.
So you probably explained
the Chinese name.
Kopin which is actually a NASDAQ listed company, renowned for its specialized components and technologies for mobile and wearable devices. John's impressive career includes over 200 publications, 3 edited books, and more than 70 patents. His commitment to innovation is further highlighted by his founding of Solo Technology and Lightning Silicon Technology, very much focusing on the micro displays and optics for smart glasses. So in order to make the talking more believable, because things believing, he has actually brought along Mr. Kenny Zhang, who is the president of Solo Technology, who later on will give us a demonstration of this cutting-edge smart glasses technology. It's not that we are doing a promotion or commercial for the company, but it's probably easier to see the demonstration of how the glass works. So there's no better way than having Kenny himself and doing the demonstration for us later on. So without further ado, I'll pass the floor to John and let him to share this AI journey with us. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, I know I would like to keep this talk very casual. So I don't want to put any tie, and I don't even want to show any slides. I'm just going to give about 10 minutes discussion of what's going on with AI formally. Then later on, we have a chat. We can talk about, you get entertain any questions you have. And about a few minutes, I asked Kenny just give a few minutes of demo. Again, you can later on ask him more detailed questions. So with that, let's get started. Okay. First of all, thank you, Patrick. Thank you for inviting me to this wonderful CEO 123. I don't understand the C123 part. Tell me more, but I will certainly tell you as much as I know on what's going on in AI. It is indeed a good pleasure, but I would like to share some thoughts. And I think some of the stuff that I'm talking about may not be fully appreciated. And I hope I can demonstrate that the ideas. There is a profound impact going to happen by this new AI. Okay, this new AI is different. You will change the business. You will change all the industries. You actually will change the societies. Before I conclude, therefore, I will show you the glass is the one to slow down, and hopefully instead of it, AI overcome us. We'll work together with it. Hopefully, we'll work together, we'll win. Okay. In technology, I've been in technology for a long, long time. Berkeley, Harvard, MIT, and all the good stuff. It often happens this way. One breakthrough, another breakthrough, one failure, another failure. And sometimes out of nowhere, everything falls in place. And there's a new era start. Okay, it doesn't happen too often. 10 years, 20 years, something happened. But this time around, I think this is a very pivotal moment. And you will change, certainly this decade, but it will change the next decade also. It will affect everybody. It will affect every nation. It will affect every individual. Remember the last 200 years, we have experienced many revolutions now. You have the industrial revolutions, which changed a lot of nations. The green revolutions, where people can have a lot of things to eat. the nuclear age, and the rise of the internet. Everybody's using the internet, right? Those are big changes. Today, we're standing on another very brand new change, which I call it the intelligence revolution. There's a revolution coming. It's the intelligence. Fortunately, unfortunately, it's done by machines. This intelligent revolution has potential to reshape our whole world even more profoundly than these previous revolutions. Why is that? I think a lot of people sitting here today say, you must be kidding. They probably don't believe it. And what's the time frame? Is it a decade away, 2 decades away? How much time do I have? Well, to understand this, let's go back 30 years. AI has been around for many decades. And I was mentioned, I actually used a very early infant version of AI in my doctorate thesis. That's thousands of years ago. And we've been benefiting from all this machine learning. We've been always learning from them. So you never really go unnoticed. It has been gone unnoticed. But what's happening in recent years, as I say, things come together, all of a sudden explode. Breakthrough in the graphic processing unit, GPU, is actually using neural network thinking about it. It's different from computer chips. It's neural network chips developed by companies like NVIDIA. You all know about NVIDIA. And the stocks really, it blew up because of that. And a lot of people don't quite understand. There's a change in algorithm. The algorithm, particularly by Google. Google has a new algorithm. They publish openly. They call transformer model. It's actually make computer to decide, make decisions. It's not following instructions. Remember, computer always follow instructions. Now they make decisions. And that is crazy. Between a very, very fast chip and actually a new algorithm, the AI has changed. And that's why you see the whole thing. Everybody very excited, but also very afraid now. Because now they think like humans. And yet they have an incredible memory and incredible speed. The processing speed is very, very fast. So what we're going to do, this convergence of technology, along with very serious investment now, we have now set AI on exponential growth. I must say, many people, many industries, many businesses are still not aware what's really going on, the magnitude of this change, just happening before our eyes. I was in the midst over there. I could feel it. I was in Asia, in the United States. I think businesses are not adequately preparing, and people are not adequately preparing what this intelligence revolution will do to them. It's actually a huge risk. The impact will be felt across all sectors, especially in knowledge-based business. But even in traditional business, such as transportation, let's use that as an example, it will not be left untouched. For instance, the driverless car. A lot of people are still wondering about driverless car. It's coming. You probably only take one more year, 2 more years, it will come. It will disrupt the entire transportation industry. From trucking to taxi to delivery, resulting job displacements and possibly social unrest. This revolution is akin to industrial revolution, but magnified. The countries and companies are really who has the intelligence revolution lead will shape the future. So now when's that going to come? I ask the question. The impact is going to be here. The reasons are very clear. little things here, little things there, everything comes together now. Well, unfortunately for most people, I would say the impact is the next 2 or 3 years, you will not see it. Everything will be prosperous, the productivity increase, no job will be displaced. Okay, we can have continuous growth with minimal disruption. Life is good. So you will have no problem in the next 2 or 3 years. Then around 2028, which is only about 4 years, 3-4 years away, the AI will match human intelligence in many ways. By 2030, we see a new type of intelligence, new AI now. The word is called the emergence of AGI. Okay, it's not GAI, it's called AGI. What's that G means? Some people define it general intelligence. What do you mean? This machine now will exceed the human capability of general human being. So the general intelligence is over now. It passed general intelligence. This is real general humans. They'll, in many ways, they'll be more intelligent, have huge memories, more processing speed more than most general people. I'm still debating, can they be as intelligent as Einstein? Some people yesterday would say they will be. They told me, and I debate with him. I just say, nobody can be smarter than Einstein. No machine can be that. But that's the question now coming in the market right now. Can they be smarter than Einstein? And how many people are smarter than Einstein? Okay, so, and you're not talking about, oh yeah, 500 years away. No, maybe 5-6 years away. Okay, so these are huge problems actually. Like all great disruptions, these will bring huge hypes actually. There's a lot of hypes in the market right now. And also, there's a lot of huge fears. If you really think about it, you'll be afraid. What's going to happen? But here I come. I'm an optimistic person. I remain optimistic. I think there'll be upheavals, okay? There'll be upheavals. Every big revolution has upheavals. But humanity always wins. We will find ways to adapt, to innovate some way and control and thrive. I do not believe the planet of machines will come. Certainly not hopefully in my lifetime. Okay. Some people actually not think we'll be the horse actually, and the cars will take over. The cars are just machines. I don't think so. I think we will find ways. I don't know how. I don't know how we're going to do it, but the planet of the machine will not come, at least in my view. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit more to the personal part. So how is this going to affect us as individuals? We know the business, industry, societies, or nations all have to change. The one who wins this new AI will dominate, just like the Industrial Revolution, dominate. But how can we prepare as an individual? I mean, we had to be careful, we had to be retrained. Let's start with the good news first. There's a lot of good news, actually. AI is already driving breakthroughs in medicine, leading to many new drugs, new treatments, new diagnostic tools. In fact, in a meeting last 2 weeks ago, MIT would say, if we don't die in the next 10 years, AI-driven medical advances may extend our lifespan by another 100 years. Okay. So just don't die in the next 10 years. Okay. So I'm very careful now. When I eat, when I exercise, I do all crazy things, try not to die in the next day. You guys have time, but I'm very worried. So the 10 years is critical, according to the professor at MIT. But that raises an important question, and we actually raised the question, can our aging body keep up You may not die, but you can walk, you can see, you can hear, you can think. Is it be good to live to 200 years? Okay. So then we bring up the question of gene editing, right? MIT guys is everything, all the tools. Gene editing, all the biotech advances. Will they actually keep up with our body so our body can still see it when we're 150 years old? Unfortunately, the answer is maybe no. Biology doesn't change that fast. Technology can. Then what should we do now? That is the question that's why I brought on Kenny Chung. There is a path forward, and AI is the key. AI can make you live to 200 years, but how you can make sure that you can still hear, see, and think well. So if we cannot compete with AI, then we must collaborate with AI. Okay, that's the key. You must collaborate with it. Rather than seeing AI as a tool, we must use them as an extension of ourselves. AI will work with us like superpower. So we should create digital eyes, digital ears. AI is a digital brain. So we must have digital eyes, digital ears, can hear better, see better. As you know, human senses are seeing, feeling, hearing, tasting. All these senses can be gone into additional tools. So really what we want to do is an AI agent, assisting agent with us that augment our ability as we get older, making us superhumans. This is not science fiction. It is becoming reality. So what I will show you today is the beginning of a new reality. That's what's happening. So we are talking about smart glasses. Well, actually, smart glasses also is not new. US government want me to develop smart glasses 30 years ago. Smart glasses has been developed for a long time, has many trials and many challenges and many failures. But with the arrival of this new AI, whatever you want to call it, it becomes a very hot topic in hardware now. In July this year, Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, in a conversation with Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, they have a conversation. You know what Mark Zuckerberg did? He brought up a smart glass the Meta developed, called Meta Glass. And he said, this will be the next platform after smartphone because of AI. Okay, so it's not only me I'm talking about. I actually believe that for years. So you have Meta came out in front of Jensen. See, Jensen, you did the AI. They together do the AI actually. This glass is the entryway to AI. It's an AI I/O device for AI. So that's why it creates a lot of excitement in the whole industry right now. A lot of people will develop the AI, but you still need the input and output, just like the cell phone. And this is going to be the next cell phone. Well, there's a lot of good news to it, because in fact, we've been developing these smart glasses for a long time. For 5 years, we call it Solos. And it's actually developing in Hong Kong Science Park. This is the Hong Kong Science Park. For the 5 years under Kenny Chung, it was developed in US. We moved it to Hong Kong because I can tell you why. Because that's why you have Otis Koo, who is one of the big leaders in eyeglasses in Hong Kong. With Hong Kong is a perfect place for this smart glass. So let me explain what smart glass can do before I show you the models. This represents a new generation of AI collaboration. It's not different. It's different from people's like, let's put a chip in the brain. Remember, there are companies now say, let's open the brain up, put little chips in there, and put intelligence in the brain. No. I think there's other ways to do it. eyeglasses is one simple way where you have a personal AI assistant that can make you hear better in real life, in time. This thing can improve your senses. You can hear, speak, think much faster in a seamless way without providing, and feel natural, very natural. I've been wearing this for the 9 months. He's been wearing it maybe 2 years now. It looks exactly like a normal glass. Just imagine you have a personal assistant in your glass that can make you see better. You have a camera there, a digital camera, sharpens your hearing. He has a microphone, digital microphones everywhere. Actually, it immediately go to AI. It helps your decision-making process. And so it's like a personal assistant walking with you all the time. Except that if that assistant getting too bossy, you just take the glasses off. So this is very easy to end a relationship. So in fact, if you don't like it, you change to another piece of glass. But this type of freedom and power is much better than putting a chip into the brain. We've been working on this for years, but really, I think you have to really see what's happening because AI really empowered. So I want to go back to why we go to Hong Kong. We went to Hong Kong 5 years ago. Hong Kong has a unique advantage in this race. We always believe if it's going to be like eyeglasses, you must make it look and wear like an eyeglass. Eyeglasses is different things like fashions, form factor, comfort, look. You also have to correct your vision, protect your visions. So, or you have to satisfy all this. Plus, then you put smart in there. But Hong Kong is the hub. Hong Kong is the hub of AI, eyeglass design manufacturing. It's perfectly positioned to start out the smart glass activities. I think this is our major advantage. So our mission is to make the smart glass not like wear it for something for when you need it, not like when you wear it for sunglasses like metal glasses. We want to make it for daily use. You wear it every day. You get off the bed, put it on, go to bed, put it off. Just like a watch was, just like your watch. And it's done that way. I've done that for more than 8 months now. He just done it. How many years he has done wearing this? Yeah. Not the camera one, but a regular one. Yeah. So you could just, it's just automatic. You will wake up, you put it on, and then you charge it at night, just like a watch, and that's my Apple Watch. So that's a daily watch because it's a daily assistant. It's not when you just want to sell sunglasses. And that's our big distinction to other people's working. Okay. Our ambition is to make it daily use. Many, many different styles. They're very affordable in both in price and also the form factor as a regular glass. It should be seamless. And I think later on you can convince you how many models we have, and we have a lot more. So with that, I'm almost finishing. Our AR glasses are really built for that. It has a photochromic lens. It has anti-blue, it has a UV block. And I think that Kenny will talk more about it. So anyway, now at the risk, I want to get Kenny to show the demo. But with that, I would say this. The AI is coming. There's no debate to that. And I don't think we can avoid it. And it's going to change you. And in some way, we don't even know what it is. I mean, we have never faced a machine that is actually more intelligent than we are. So we have to be prepared for. My own feeling is you can't fight them, join them. Just make them collaborate with you. Okay, with that. Just a brief demonstration that we can entertain any questions. I hope I didn't scare you guys.
The opportunity in Hong Kong is that we have all the technology and all this is the gem of the something so that really make the glasses look like normal glasses. So that's how we wear. So we have so many different types of style. After this, you can try. And right now, I connected my glasses to the speaker. before that, I already showed you actually we have a listen mode. So when John is speaking, my glasses can listen what he said and then translate into Cantonese or Chinese. So this is like a transcript. So this is what I just did. So this is what he said. And this is example he said in the Cantonese. He said, 我相信會有英雄出現，無論如何都會有一個大英雄。每一次大革命都會有英雄。So this is exactly how we can translate. So you wear the glasses. Actually, what Tom said is just improve your sense. You can listen, you can talk, and eventually can see things. So I believe that you can see better than what we see. So so this connected to the phone, and I can do online search because it is connected to the AI. So say for example, I can press.
So can one quick question? So you translated this to Cantonese?
Yes.
So how many languages do we choose?
Yeah, we support 25 languages right now, the apps. So basically, yeah, you can talk to Arabia, Philippines, Malaysia. So we always talk to Indian, Korean, Italian. It's very easy for translation. So you can press a button to ask questions and turn to volume. Or you can, using the wake-up word, I tried, now I use English. So, hello, voice cue. Because this right now originally is every voice come out to my ear, but I connected through another wireless to the speaker here, so that everyone can see hear that. Okay, so hello, voice cue. What's the weather in Hong Kong right now? Always demonstration of this.
Searching for you. One moment, please. The current weather in Hong Kong is partly cloudy with a temperature of 28.1 degrees Celsius. The humidity is at 45%, and there is a fire danger warning in effect due to it.
So you can stop it anytime, and so this is how I wake it up, full voice, so I even don't need to pick up the. There's something wrong here. So I even don't need
Searching
to
for you. One moment, please.
Okay. So say for example, I'd like to ask is what's the Cathay Pacific airline to San Francisco tonight? So they pick up that, and then we go to online and ask. And check.
Searching for you. One moment, please.
So we have the agent to understand whether you're asking for online or
Tonight.
offline.
Cathay Pacific Flight CX-872 is scheduled to depart from Hong Kong International Airport, HKG at 12:59.
So you can stop anytime. So you can imagine this in the old day or right now, always you pick up the phone. There's something wrong.
It seems that you're sharing a thought or reminiscing about the past.
I have the same problem with my So because this is another temple connected to another wireless. Usually it only talks to you, it will not go through the speaker. But so this is how we can using the microphone from the glasses, and then pick up my voice, and then check on the OpenAI or different AI engine and answer me. So it can be online, can be offline, and then this is just the audio. Then now the glass I wear basically is I have the cameras, so I can see things, and now I turn on the camera, and say for example, I particularly bring something here. We say for example, I'm outside for tourists. I see something. I want to know what is this. Say for example, this is a picture. I will ask, so what do you see here? So they will take a photo and then upload to the cloud, and then from there.
I see a conference room with a presentation in progress, featuring a large photo of the Hong Kong skyline being held up in the foreground.
So this is how this works. I turn it off so you can hear. So what do you see here from the photos? So they actually take a photo.
The image shows a conference room setting with a presentation in progress.
So they see
a large photo of the Hong Kong skyline is being held up in the foreground.
Yeah. So
while a
because
projection screen displaying some text is visible in the background.
Because right here, because I try to demonstrate, they see the photo, but they also see the background as a conference room. So they also describe the context. Say for example, if I ask something like, I also think this, and in the morning you say, yes, tell me what is it. So they just also take a photo, and then they tell you what is it. So they will upload, and then also check what is it about. So it takes a while, it depends on the network, so it's coming up. So you can imagine this food and tourists and translation they can do. So I particularly take, so these are what I usually try to then looking at the different including plot.
The image shows a bag of dried blueberries being held up in the foreground of what appears to be an office or meeting room setting.
So they always they keep telling me this is also ordinary. So maybe do one more time. So say for example you see a plant, you want to know what is it. So the same thing you can ask what kind of plant is it? So they also can take advantage of the AI and take the image and understand what I'm asking for. So what we call is a multi-model. So as John mentioned,
the plants appear to be snake plants, Sansevieria, known for their tall, upright leaves with green and yellow variegation patterns.
So they try to explain what kind of name the snake plant, and in Chinese they also speak Cantonese or Chinese. So say for example, if I change it to a different language, they can support Cantonese as well. So can we do one more? So say for example, John always say, can they recognize people? Because people always concerned that they recognize people. So let me check.我會話俾佢聽佢係邊個。So they will also take the photo and then set it up and then they come back.
This image shows an office setting with people in the background, and someone holding a photograph of an older man wearing glasses in the foreground. The term Hongmeiwang appears to be Chinese,
so maybe
which could be referring to a meeting or event.
Maybe ask another way, then you will know whether they recognize it. It's quite interesting because I also try to learn how to use this question of the AI. Change it. And then say for example, if I ask is相裏面嗰個人係邊個，同埋佢做過咩嘢 ？Then they can tell you is they may not tell you exactly who is that person, but they will explain what they do and tell you what is actually do. Sorry, leave them on. It's always like that with demonstration. Okay, one more time. Okay. 話俾我聽，相裏面係邊個，同埋佢做過咩嘢？ Actually, so it didn't come out right. Maybe do one more time. Sorry about it. Because when I came here, I asked my staff. Actually, they are continue operating the server because this one is coming up end of this year. So everyone try to work easy to upgrade all the server, make sure it's working. So I see the server is updated. Okay, one more time. 話俾我聽張相裏邊係邊個，同埋佢做過咩嘢？ So actually, the camera take a photo here, and then I think the circle down.
It's okay, I think, yeah.
So basically, it's a concept. I show a couple of photos, so they keep taking it and then answer you. So by the camera from the glasses. Sorry.
Does it mean the usage model must include your phone?
Actually, like what I use, like they sort of can pick it up, and then when they hear you want to take photo, they just take photo. And then send it back through the phone goes to the server.
Exactly. Does it mean that in this usage model, we must connect it to a phone, but not just go through the glass, even all the Cantonese script can be projected in the like spatial computing in the class. So does it mean that we must include a phone in your usage model?
At this space of the arm, just like the glass, I would like to watch
Yeah, I think maybe we kind of, first of all, they also explain why I never want to do demonstration myself. It's always there. But another thing, it's actually my text. I want to make sure, I want to remind everybody, this is just beginning. It's quite amazing yet. Everybody's running around putting all the software together. He's right now doing all the software together, and every day is updating, right? But in a few short years, with AI and with this improvement for the software that can connect to all the AI, is going to be a personal assistant. And many companies are searching for it. And we already solved the problem that it is a regular eyeglass. We also solved the problem putting camera in there. It still looks like a regular glass. We'll have all the digital mics there. So we now have to just get all the software to talk to those engines, all the AI engines, and then together make it seamless for you. It will take a couple of years, but people already try to get those eyeglasses now because you can hear music, you can make phone calls. This is very easy. I use that for hearing music, making phone calls. They count how many steps I walk every day. It's just like a watch. But now between the eyeglass and the watch and the earphone, the Apple's earphone, it's all merged into one glasses now. So forget about AI for the time being. Just listen to with music, phone calls, eyeglasses, how many steps you have. You already have. This is you don't even need those AI agent yet. We're putting AI agent right now. Yeah. With that, I think, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. John, I shouldn't believe you anymore. You told me you're going to speak for 10 minutes, and you spoke for 30 minutes.
There's people ask questions. That's the problem.
How am I going to trust you? Honestly, did AI write your speech?
No.
No?
But I have to say one thing, though. My secretary put the speech to the AI, correct all the grammars and everything. So therefore, there's almost no grammar mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic. To me, the demonstration just now is just like the 3D, three-dimensional ChatGPT, isn't it?
Actually, one more thing. When they correct the mistake, it delete the idea, the comment say, I do not believe the planet of the machine will take over. They delete it. The machine doesn't like that. So I put it back in.
All right. They're still in a trial and error mode.
The machine thinks they will take over.
Well, you are a U.S. citizen, and the U.S. election is coming up. Do you think any of the candidates running for presidency is using AI in their campaign?
Almost everybody using AI right now. What I didn't show you today is you can actually get a podcast without yourself or without your own voice. My secretary can do it already. What you do is you just read about one paragraph to the software system. Repeat it for about 10 minutes. The same paragraph again, and then about 30 minutes right now, they'll come back. They say, we're ready. Then you can read any paragraph you want, and it comes out like my secretary's voice. So I say, show it to your husband. The husband say, it's your voice. I say, show it to me, read to me, it's like her voice. So in other words, your voice already deep fake already. Then another thing, you can put your face in there, and then they fake their face. It looks like you giving the whole podcast. This is today. All the ads in the TV right now, many of the deep fakes are not Biden, it's not Trump, it's faked. The voice is the same. So politically, you have to figure out which one is fake, and you cannot tell.
Yeah.
And my secretary tried it, and you cannot tell. Even her husband said, that's your voice.
That's your voice.
It's scary, and it took only about an hour, right? You read it, 30 minutes later, your voice come out.
Very scary. Actually, when Kenny was doing his demonstration, my mind was drifted off these intermediaries because the Internet of Things is trying to do away with the middleman. So I thought that if this class really becomes so mature, when I see someone walking to me, I would ask, would this be my future wife or my future husband? Would it be the good candidate for that? And now all the dating apps would have gone. No more. We don't need that. We can just straight go direct to the target and say, this would be the future wife or husband. Correct or not?
It's an excellent question, Patrick. You have to decide what your spouse functions are, okay? But if your spouse functions companionships, conversational person, she's there to help you interact, I think this could be a perfect case, right? And then if you don't like it, you can change it. It's not that easy to change your wife. But I hope spouse has more than function than that. But it's another thing. Is even if you want to say wife and children, now you don't need a wife to get children. Right? You can adopt it, you can surrogate it. So I think this is good conversation piece. At home, you go home, you can have that little robot, and you can carry on the conversation the way they want it.
Even though there's still the sort of in the middle, but thinking of like you're recruiting in future, you don't really need to go through all these interviews and doing aptitude tests, because by seeing it and knowing that he's good at math and not good at literature, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's quite scary, but also helping the company, the corporation, to save a lot of cost, done away with the recruitment team, done away with anything to do with that.
It's actually very scary on that part, because if the candidate allow you to do it, then in the interview case, there's a camera there, and they're looking at it, and they will tell you, she's lying. It's right there. You can whisper to her ear with this smart glass, she's lying.
We're going back to the basics. We're going back to the basics.
It's how scary it could be, right?
I know you started with semiconductor.
Yeah.
Would it be a fair statement to make, without semiconductor development, we would not have gone into the AI stage of today?
Oh, that's absolutely true. Semiconductor is part of the wheel, of course. With the chips, with the processor, semiconductor is like a little switch. Then there's a lot of neurons going on in your brain, right? So, but the neurons alone is not enough. So you need all these algorithms to bring. How do you decide? Computer has gone through many generations. In the early days, you give them a direction. They just follow directions all the way. Nowadays, the new AI is no direction thing. You give them a thing, they have all this database. Then they actually make weighted decisions. And they make a decision. And it's wrong, you told them. And they will correct. Now you have to remember now. The next time, give them the same data, they use weighted decision again. So they're learning extremely fast because it's semiconductor. So they are, I think it's our human brain going from infinite speed with infinite memory right now. And that is where some of the AI, a lot of Nobel Prize this year, all the Nobel Prizes are medicine, physics, chemistry, they're all kind of involved with AI. And the Nobel Prize winner in physics, he's really one of the father of the modern AI. He's scared. He is himself scared. Because just like, how many people have watched the movie Oppenheimer? Right. At the end, he was scared. He saw this nuclear thing. He was scared. He said, this thing can destroy humans. And he's right. So this guy, Hansen, he was scared. You look at it and say, wow, what have I created? Right? So he was scared. He quick Google. He told Google, this is too dangerous. He quick Google. But the genie is out of the bag. Yeah. So my comment is, it is a very quick revolution, but like all revolutions, it's out of the bag. We're going to control it. Yeah.
Maybe at this time, I would like to open it to the floor for any of our audience that want to ask questions to Dr. Zhang. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Fan and your colleagues for the demonstration, smart gas, and your opinion. And I want to write on my last questions, asking about the usage model. I have specific reasons on that is, how far will be the far in future where the smartphone will not be used in this smart glass model?
Okay.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking this is, I think that because if I think you are the expert in the in the high-tech industry, you may heard of the term creative disruption. Whenever a new technology comes up, it has to disrupt something. And whether a smartphone will be used or not, I think may have a great impact on the usage model. Whether the company inventing the smart glass will be the competitor or the enabler of the existing Apple company, yeah, that kind of. So I'm asking for, in your technology enablers perspective, how long will that be? Like 1 to 2 years, 5 to 10 years, or you don't know where the battery and the chips have to be fit into the Ray-Ban glasses as small as the trendy, stylish Ray-Ban sunglasses, that kind of size. Yeah. Yeah, this is like technical questions. Yeah. Yeah. And I have also another question, but I respect Patrick and the other audience, whether, because I don't want to jam in all the time.
If there's no question, we'll come back to you.
We'll come back to you.
It is a very good question. In my view, you will not depart with a cell phone for a while. Cell phone is like, I mean, you still have a computer at home, and you still have a laptop at home. Cell phone is turning to be the next laptop, right? So you will be there. And then sooner or later, the watch is going to be the cell phone. And then a eyeglass will take over some of the stuff. But the pace is going to be like this. I no longer bring my cell phones in the gyms anyway. I just absolutely no cell phone. I usually don't even go to a restaurant with cell phones because I just tied it with this watch. The watch receive phone calls and answer phone calls. So therefore, cell phones, I don't care because cell phones is too heavy for me. And cell phones, I can lose it. But this one is always with me, always wearable. And also later on, those chips is going to be in there. The battery will get better. Like your questions, how soon? Is it in your lifetime or in my lifetime, right? I think it's maybe around 10 years, especially with the eyeglasses be good. So everybody would go there to make it work. You see, it's investment. Right now, it's just, the eyeglass, to be honest with you, is really only the last 2, 3 years. Everybody start putting efforts in there. So you're seeing very early version. Remember the early version of the iPhone? Really not that good. Be honest to ourselves. It's really the version 4 or 5 is very good. Now they have almost 20 years of that. So you cannot expect this thing is good as a cell phone you have today. But if you think about when the first cell phone came in, everybody poo-pooed it because, yeah, I can't even make phone calls right. Well, and Motorola, I was actually with Motorola people, and they would just that is a phone, come on. Well, in 5 years, Motorola is almost gone. Almost gone. They would sneeze at them. We cannot even make phone calls right. So we're seeing the early versions. You just wait. But this time it'll be faster than even last time because everything's go fast now.
Yeah. And you mentioned Meta's iPhone rather than Vision Pro.
Yeah.
Is there any reason for that?
Oh, yes. I came last week. I was in Japan.
Because the performance is
very, very different. Yeah. I unfortunately didn't show you I gave a talk. That talk was 1 hour talk, so not like here, it was limited. I gave a talk in Japan, a keynote speech on eyeglasses. And I said there are 2 categories of eyewear. One is the eyeglasses that like this. The other way is more immersive, like Vision Pro, okay, Meta's Oculus. And even Zuckerberg say that. He said there will be 2 classes. One is this type glass, one is the Vision Pro type glass. Now Vision Pro will have to be much smaller, much lighter, much cheaper, much easier to use. And that's why I mentioned I have 2 companies. One company is here doing smart glass. Another company based in the US was doing what the Vision Pro is, but I want to make it 10 times cheaper, 10 times lighter. So make it very flat. It looks like slick, like sunglasses. And that may be 5 years away. But it will come. People are making real progress right now. So you have a... Huh? Well,
only 10 years. Only 10 years. Excellent.
There is no reason to die. My mother's already 104, is in Hong Kong, and she's feeling pretty well. But I noticed her, she cannot hear too well. She cannot see too well, okay? And she refused to wear glasses to help her, like this glass. So my own feeling is we should get prepared, let those glasses to help us, so that as we get older, we still can function. You can still function well,
Yeah.
especially you still can think, can remember.
Absolutely.
The worst thing is you cannot think anymore. That's the worst thing, you cannot even walk. Yeah.
Good. Any other questions before? Yes, gentleman in the blue shirt.
Hi, thanks, John. Just now you all briefly touched on privacy. So I know that we already live in a world where everybody's always watching, and you know it's easy to take your iPhone out and record you. But with the glasses, I think it's even more easier for people to, I guess, violate your privacy without you knowing. So in that regards, I want to know what you think about that and what maybe we could do in preparation of your glasses being more widely adopted to protect ourselves.
It's another profound question. Now it's almost close 10 years ago. Google wanted to build this Google Glass. You probably know about Google Glass. It does have a camera. And they came to ask me to help them because we're making a tiny little display. And I actually refused to work with them. Then they went away. They came back again. This time, they talked about middle-level managers. They talked to me personally, asked me to build it. At that time, I think there was privacy issue also. Okay, and I think at the end, Google Glass never succeed because privacy issue, also the look issue. But today, when we talk about Ray-Ban, right? Ray-Ban is everywhere. Nobody cares. People no longer worry about privacy as much as like 10 years ago because they saw this cell phone. Everybody brings cell phone to the gym. They're all in the gym, everywhere. Cell phone can take much better picture than even glasses they can take. Another thing we did is, and cell phone doesn't have it, when we are taking picture, this glass blink. And you know we're taking picture of movie of you. When your cell phone take picture of you or listen to you with a speaker, you don't know. You go to the gym, somebody turn on a cell phone or turn on the speaker. You don't know. They record everything there. So the privacy just kind of disappeared. Yeah.
Can I help answer?
Yeah. Okay.
John doesn't need help, but you can
Talking
supplement.
about how do you protect our privacy?
Yeah.
I was thinking, first you have to expect the lack of privacy with all of these watching technology.
Yeah.
And second, perhaps your glasses should have the technology to scramble the people around you, their technology. Right?
Oh,
If I'm wearing
I
these
see.
glasses and I put on my scrambler, then none of the people wearing the same glasses
Wow.
get to me.
That sounds like the counter measures. It's an interesting idea. Maybe that one maybe even sell better than the other way. Yeah, what we do is we try to make it blinking, but so actually I ask people. Remember, we have two models. One is no eyeglasses, no camera. One with the camera, because our model can be disconnected from the front. So you can snap one with the camera one, or you can one without the one. And ask people, which one do you want? Almost 95% say, I want one with the camera. We're still early. The sampling is still early, right? We're taking into account the unusual position. You can have both, either way, right? Yeah. Which one you want?
You become later on like an option. You buy
yeah,
a car
which one do you
aircon,
want?
No aircon.
And yeah, everybody say, there's no question about it. I want the one with the camera. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
No, I also like how hand-free the glasses are, so that we don't have to keep carrying our phone everywhere, even though our phone is connected to the glass. I thought that's a good
Yeah, I think Cecilia is correct.
Yes, we got a gentleman behind.
Yeah, I think
You
this
want a
gonna happen.
question?
Yeah, question. We don't want
yes,
to. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, since the glasses are very convenient, so you will use it more than our smartphone, I think. And well, my question is actually more on AI. And well, somebody says, well, if you click, make 30 clicks in Facebook, then Facebook will actually know you more than your spouse. And well, with this convenience of using smart glasses, then well, whatever questions we ask the AI and whatever preferences we have, then the glass would definitely know more about me than my 30 clicks of the Facebook. So how do you see the development of AI that's affecting my free choice or my free will, so to speak?
Well, currently, of course, they will give it advice. The ultimate decision is still done by you, right? So people are doing this now in business. So you get all this data and send it to GPT-4 especially. They will come back with a whole bunch of suggestions. And you look at it and you tried it, you'll be so scared. Because some of the suggestions you never even thought about. They never even given a slightest thinking. They already got it. So just think about it. Maybe it's not allowed. You go to the meeting. Remember the digital mic is always on. They listen all the conversation in the meeting. They keep on listening in. And then before even you make the decision, they already say, this guy, they're lying, this one, you should do this way. Okay? And they know a lot more than you personally know. Now, you still can decide this guy analysis is wrong. But he's listening to everybody in the room, and look, they also know their background. They probably already know what they did before, and how many times they have lied. They knew. You don't even know, right? So that is going to happen. In fact, in our meeting, we already know. We listen to everybody different languages. We already understood it in the eyeglasses. And you will be go back to the cloud that you never know. And they keep on cranking, and then they come back, whisper to your ears. Don't believe him.
We have the last question.
It's not there yet, okay? You still have a few years. Don't worry yet. You still have a few. Just enjoy the next 3 years.
Thank you for this speech, John. Just two quick questions. Going back to the mass adoption of smart glasses, just going back, are you thinking 5 or 10 years later? Or that's kind of my first question. Second question is your 75 patents, how many are related to AR, VR, or vision?
That is a very interesting question. First of all, go back to the, I think of the easy one, how many patents do I have, and was it related? I mean, obviously, I'm aged, right? My mother already 104. You can kind of guess how old I am. In my career, okay, I've been called many names in MIT, and the patents follow, okay? I started with, should I say, a solar king. I was very, very good in solar energy, solar cells. I was very famous for coatings for Windows. People still using it. Nowadays, maybe you here, they still use it. Different type of coating to reflect the heat outside. In America, like Boston, they have reflect the heat inside. So those called heat mirror coatings. I invented at MIT. Everybody uses it. And then I was very much in Star Wars. Then I developed a transistor, special transistor that everybody used in today. Your cell phone, you take it out, there's a transistor inside, was done by me. Nobody has escaped. And that came out about 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Our stock went to $3 billion US. This is like a Jensen Huang. At that time, everybody, if I go to Taiwan, people worship me like God. So 13 companies came to try to compete with us. because I invented transistor. The transistor is a nano transistor. It's different from silicon. Nobody thought it would work, but it actually enabled all the smartphones. Without this, there's no smartphones. And I actually thought it would be displaced by now. Somebody would come out. So many years now. This year, every phone still uses it. Every phone. Okay, so, but on that one, I make one major mistake. I didn't patent it. I patented a lot of things, but didn't patent that one. The reason why, because I thought it was so hard to make. Nobody will ever be able to do it. Even we couldn't do it that well. Well, some Taiwanese copied it, they did it. So now I patent like crazy again. Okay, so that, I hope I answered the first question, the second question. The first question is you talk about how fast the smartphone will be used by everybody, right? Smart glass, yeah. You have to go back to, again, the Zuckerberg, which is Ray-Ban actually is leading the field right now because they're brand. And he said that his comment is everybody who wears glasses will use it. And he said there's hundreds and millions of people. The question is really, will people who don't wear eyeglasses wear it? And he thinks it will be too. Now, forget about whether it's right or wrong, but how many people wear eyeglasses in the world? At least different type of reasons to wear eyeglasses. At least maybe half, 50% of the humans are wearing it, so that you can get a number. And how fast is, I think still, okay, everybody wears it, it'll be 4 or 5 years from now. It's like a fax machine. This is just still toys right now. But when everybody has the fax machine, you gotta have fax machine. Right, so I think that will be 4 or 5 years. But you might want to be the early adopter. Yeah.
Wonderful. I think on that note, it would be great for us all to join in to thank John for insight and all the development. At least we know that we have another 10 years.
I don't know.
Buying movie tickets,
economics.
going to restaurants.
The big question is the GVA going to do exactly the same thing.
Cash.